in Gaza come before the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visits Washington, where he will meet President Trump on Monday. Let's talk about this now more with Ambassador Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley, a long-time US diplomat, now a non-resident senior fellow at the think tank, the Atlantic Council. Ambassador, always pleased to have you on the programme. So Hamas, they're putting out positive signals. With all of your lengthy experience in foreign policy, how do you read that?
Thank you. Well, I read that as a wise move. What the pressure has been put on the Palestinians in the Gaza Strip particularly has been untenable for months now. We've heard about the hundreds of deaths in the last few weeks via the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation, the feeding stations, the pressures, and of course on Israel. Over 20 Israeli soldiers have been killed in the last month. So although at a very low level, violence certainly continues and the pressure on Palestinians has been immense. The challenge for Hamas, of course, is why now? Why didn't they agree to this sooner? And of course, the details have to be worked out.
I'd like to talk a little bit more about those details and how intractable potentially you could see both sides here, when we know, of course, what has long been important for Hamas is a complete end to the war. The Israeli Prime Minister more predisposed to a 60-day pause in fighting, and has continued to insist, including this week, that he would like to see, he is adamant that Israel sees the complete eradication of Hamas. How difficult will it be getting to any kind of yes?
It's going to be challenging unless the prime minister is called on the logic of his statements by President Trump. It's going to be almost impossible. I say that because we know that the Israelis have assassinated the vast majority of Hamas's leadership in the Gaza Strip. Right now, there's one leader left, and he was several echelons below the leadership, as we know. Izzeddin Haddad is the one and only. And so this demand that Hamas leadership or Hamas be marched out of the Gaza Strip, there's basically no one to march. And so the acceptance of this, and my understanding is that was led by the external leadership of Hamas. So they're already out of the Gaza Strip. So why then are the Israelis continuing this war?
Ambassador, I would just like to ask you then, you mentioned the potential for pressure points from President Trump, of course, Netanyahu visiting the White House on the 7th of July. Where do you think those pressure points could potentially be?
Yeah, well, they're going to be congratulating each other a great deal, and it's going to be a very positive meeting on that score. Obviously, their economic needs from the Israelis, they want tariffs lowered, but also President Trump did a little dangle of questioning the assistance that we give Israel with regard to the charges against the prime minister. So he's shown himself that he may mention that. And if he really wants it done, then he is going to use the leverage.
Sadly, we have to leave it there for now. But as ever, we appreciate your insights, Ambassador Gina Abercrombie-Winstanley there. I'm Helena Humphrey. Thank you so much.